Hello there, Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. This is Chris and Vatic here. I'm going to go ahead and bring you your April monthly tarot reading. The way that I do this is going to be, two cards for the first quarter, two cards for the second quarter, two cards for the third quarter, and then two cards for the final quarter. So it's going to be 8 cards in all, and it's going to hopefully illuminate to you how this month, or at least a gist of it, is going to be for you guys. And again, in mind, this is a general reading, so it might affect some people, it might affect some people, or maybe it might take a little bit of your own brain to kind of figure out how it works into you. But I'm very intuitively guided. I actually have guides that speak to me through my intuition, kind of get me to do this. So let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and get this going. I actually cut my deck. We're going to see what we can get here. Okay, there's a card that actually came out here. It's going to go right here. Actually, those 2 cards were wanting to come out. This is fantastic. There's been some cards here in all my readings now that have been really wanting to come out. It is so funny. Alright. Perfect right there. Let's see what comes out for you this month. So, we have here, we've got the third quarter and fourth quarter. Alrighty. Here we go. So, the first card. Alright, so might be a little bit of struggling. Right now, you might be thinking in your head, there's been kind of a struggle going on. There might be that struggle that's thinking in your head. It might be going into the start of the month. But know that really whenever you're struggling with this, you're really just struggling with yourself. You're actually just struggling with the way you're thinking about things. Maybe if you change the way you think about it a little bit, you're going to be able to figure out things in a lot better manner. You're going to be able to just cease the fighting for a bit, actually. If you've got something in your mind, whenever you think of a struggle that's been going on, take a moment and try and think about it in a different way. Cease the fighting. Cease the attack, because really what's going on right now for a lot of you is that it's a fight amongst yourself. You're not really seeing the big picture about it, and I'm sure maybe the person you're upset with or the situation that's going on, it may not be, they might not be doing the right thing, and you're completely in the right, but maybe the way you're approaching it isn't so right. Because really it seems like with this card coming up at the start of the month, for some of you that this situation or this battle that's going on might potentially be a little bit like you're kind of just swinging stuff everywhere and you're not really caring about the damage it's going to do to you. Let's go ahead and see what the supporting card that's going to come for this week. Yeah, so think about it a little bit. Think about it in a different way. Right now, the way this man is, he's kind of only looking at one cup. He's got a lot of other cups around him. And so you've got a lot of other different things and a lot of different decisions around you as well that you could be making. If you have, let's put it like this, if you've got one road that you're going on right now, and this road might potentially have a bit of conflict in it, know that that isn't the only road you can go on. You can go on these different ones, these different ways about doing things. You could try to be really nice, you could try to be really sweet, you could go and, do something for somebody else, or just kind of block it out of your mind for a bit. That's what I'm actually getting. Maybe just block it out of your mind for a bit. Because really, it has no use for you. There's no reason for it. They're gonna get what's coming to them if it's what's coming to me right now, and just do not let it bring you down in the start of April, because April is going to be such a beautiful month. Go outside, look around, look at the flowers. It's spring now, it's just so beautiful. And just think about, there's people that try and bring me down. They ain't gonna bring me down. In the next quarter of the month, the second quarter, ooh, we got the bitch card. That's what I like. She got the bitch. She's got that power. She's got that. She don't care what the heck she gotta do. She is gonna feel good. She is gonna get it. She gonna do it right. That is what I'm really getting with this card. And so, yeah, that little bit, that quiet contemplation you've been doing, You know what, actually, yeah, you need to be thinking that, because in the next quarter of a month, you got the bitch card coming. She understands what's right and wrong, and she's gonna get what she wants. And you're gonna be able to feel real good because you're gonna get what you want pertaining to this little struggle or this little situation. May it be in finances, may it be at work, may it be a struggle in the relationship. Oh, you're gonna get what you want, and you're gonna understand what's going on in the next quarter of the month. It's the second quarter. Yeah, you're going to want to, you see how these swords kind of sit together? This means the message is kind of a bit stronger in terms of, what might be if it was different suits. But we've got the Queen of Swords and the Seven of Swords. This one is, he's got a lot of swords on his back. And he's coming in and he's wanting to get a couple more. And so that means, to me, really honestly, whenever you get what you want, whenever you're done, don't try and get every single last detail up, and don't attempt to just completely decimate, because honestly, whenever you already have won, you've got it. Whenever you reach that point where you could do a little bit more, or if you're at business, whenever you've secured that promotion, and then you're kind of wanting to do a little bit more, don't this month. Do not do that little bit more. And for some of you, if it's obvious, then go for it. But what I'm really getting from most of you is that whenever you resolve this situation, or whenever you get what you want, whenever you're in that position of power, don't abuse it for every last little bit. Whenever you've got 95% of something, it is perfectly fine to just let that 5% go to secure the 95% that you've gotten, because if you try and go and get every single bit of it, you might just risk it all. And that's not something I want any of you guys to have to go through this month. What I'm also seeing is that you're going to be doing really, really, really fantastic in terms of your business endeavors, or in your ways of thinking. Yeah, in your ways of thinking, you're going to start doing a lot better in the second quarter of the month. That is something that a lot of people take for granted, but your mind's going to be a lot clearer. You're going to be able to really see things in a much better light, in a much better view. It's going to be almost like you turn the fog lights on, or the super ultra bright ones in your car, and you're just able to really illuminate everything. But whenever you're doing that, don't attempt to get it all, because almost all is good enough for you this month. And you might just have another chance next month or in the coming months to really get it all in a much safer way. And the next cards for you. Oh, look at that. We've got the Ace of Swords. Look at that. It's 3 sword cards in a row. And the 8 of Wands. Okay. Alright. So yeah, so just like how I explained, you're not being able to get things that you're wanting, you're not wanting to go get it all because, something new is going to come up in this. And you don't want to be carrying any type of karmic baggage or any type of baggage with you along the way, whether it be karmic or non-karmic, because really something new is going to come up, and it's going to present itself to you. After you get over this little struggle, after you're kind of getting it back to being normal and good and awesome and great and woohoo, everything's alright, I kind of understand it. Maybe some of you are like, oh goodness gracious, I understand it, what the heck am I going to do? Something's going to come up in the third quarter of the month, and it's going to shoot you into the clouds, is what I'm getting. You're going to actually be able to start seeing it as a, this is what's going on now. This is neat. This is different. This is awesome. There might be a little situation that happens. Maybe somebody comes back in your life. Is what I'm getting right now. But something's going to happen that's really going to, this Queen of Swords, she's got her little fan. But what happens whenever you equip her with this sword and she just picks up this gleaming sword? Oh man, she is going to be powerful. And that's what I'm really seeing you being in the third quarter of the month. You're going to be, I always say flying high with this card, but you're going to be doing really well for yourself. And, this is in the clouds, and this is also in the clouds. And to me, the wands, the entire wand suit, kind of speaks really hardcore about foundation, about security, and what I'm getting right now, as well as respect. And you're be starting to get respect. You're going to be able to feel like, I'm top daddy, because all of these cards are really leading up to that. You know, ways of thinking kind of not so good. Think about something else. Boom, instantly straight into feeling like, oh, this is the way it was. I should have known all along. I should have known. And then you're going to be able to have a chance to be able to get a little bit more, but at a risk of losing it all. Don't take that chance. Don't take that chance, because if you wait just a little bit longer, something's going to reveal itself to you. And whenever it reveals yourself to you, straight up in the clouds. That's a really neat little message there. And whenever you're up in these clouds, Sagittarius, understand that this is going to be this is card to me saying, you know, you're in your zone. You are in your zone, Sagittarius. I believe that's actually a Sagittarius symbol back there. And it's really saying that I'm in my zone. You know, and I'm here. I'm working at maximum potential. And this maximum potential is going to lead you into these two cards. And I'm pretty excited to see what they are, because who, I wonder. Page of Cups and Nine of Wands. Alright. Look at that. See, we've got the Eight of Wands and we've got the Nine of Wands here. So it's going to be, see, it's going to come through your emotions here. So you're going to be in that zone, and you're going to go through a little bit of emotional upheaval. That's what I'm really seeing. It's not a big one. This isn't no major arcana cards or anything. It's not a big deal, but it's going to be an emotional struggle, emotional upheaval for you to get to the end of this month feeling the way that you did in the third quarter of the month. You're going to still be able to get that and be able to keep it, but it's going to require a little bit of putting your emotions in check, a little bit of having to look at yourself and think about your emotions in a different way, because this is a messenger, but he's really a messenger about, actually, I'm getting a love. There might be some love going on with all of this for some of you, but really for here, I'm seeing it's going to be an emotional struggle. You know, but an emotional struggle doesn't mean it's a real struggle. It's not like something like, you know, you're not having to have any type of real physical troubles. I'm seeing this is going to be all in your head. There we go. All in your head. And it's going to take a little bit to get through it. You see how he's kind of just like, oh, man. There's going to be some times where you're going to be like, I just wish I could go back to this right here. But understand that you're in it to win it, and you're in it through the whole way. You haven't changed a bit. It's just taken a little bit of an emotional toll on you. But don't worry, because going into the end of the month here, we're still bringing this sword with us. We're still feeling really, really fantastic. We're still going to be doing a lot of the things that we worked up towards. And it's only going to take a little bit of struggle. Just a little bit. And it's just going to be a little bit of emotional. Actually, there might be a message coming to you through family, friends, relatives, distant relatives, through a letter, through a job, through, friends, through a partner. You have an ex. Are you waiting for them to say something? It might come. And it could be good or bad, because if it is the good part, you're going to have to go through a little bit of work after you get that really good feeling, because you're going to be moving back in, you're going to be having to plan dates, you're going to have to be doing all of that. And if it's the not so good, well, that's all right too, because understand that that's not the way it is forever. And as long as you keep a positive outlook on it, and as long as you keep that good going, you're going to be able to end the month feeling just like you did here in the second quarter, after you really beat this struggle that you're doing. And I'm actually feeling like to go ahead and pull one more card. I'm actually going to pull it, nope, I'm actually going to pull it somewhere else in the deck. Just to see, and this is what I'm being told to do right now. It's this one right here, and this is going to be really a card that's going to kind of explain to me what's going on at the end here, because it's kind of like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? But we're going to see what kind of starts the next month out for you. And that's going to be, oh, the Three of Wands. Look at that. Yeah, see, you might be moving back in with an ex. You might be, but you're moving. you're moving. You're certainly moving. If you can see that. You are moving towards better things here. And look at those 3 wands. You've got 3 swords, 3 wands. We have got actually 4 wands here, but that one's not really connected to these. But see, you're going to be able to move to a new way of thinking. You're going to be able to have, this situation that you got finished with is going to start feeling a lot better. And you're going to be able to move to a different way of thinking than you normally do. So you're going to be either moving back in with an X, you're going to be figuring out things and moving on. Ooh, there we go, moving on as well. This little situation, this little frustration, this little bitch, this little whatever the hell, you're going to be able to move on from the ways that you were thinking. The negative ways you were thinking at the beginning of the month, you're moving on by the end of the month. Thank you so much. This is Chris and Vatic, and if you would like to get a private reading from me and talk about some things, and I can go ahead and do a complete and total spread just for you and your personal questions, that is you can go ahead and message me at chrisandvatic@yahoo.com or go to my website. It is $35 for a 30-minute, maybe more, probably more reading. And $50 for a 60-minute, probably more, definitely probably more than 60 minutes reading. And we'll be able to have some fun. We'll be able to see what the heck your problem has to say and what my guides have to say about it, because they love speaking to me about people's individual problems. So, most definitely, I hope you guys have a great April, because I really see a lot of positivity that could definitely come from your month. Just kind of think about things in a little bit of different ways and move on. So, yes, and I hope you guys have a great month, and I hope this was a good reading and you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.